about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Fighting through, and he's got space. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
He's got daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings!
The ball carrier.
Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short. And it's 4th down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Cousins on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 20.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
These two teams all tied after one.
Tied 7-7.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 1, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Complete to number
Kyle
32.
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Bengals 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. There goes Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 76 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Good.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
39-yard gain on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
2nd and 8 at the Bengals 34-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Cousins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 40.
On 2nd down now. Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 30. 20. Woo! And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT.
His kick is
and he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Bengals 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 39-yard line.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. The 20. 10.
Oh, yeah.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Touchdown.
3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
The Vikings first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Cousins again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
For Kyle Rudolph. Incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And it's 3rd down.
Cousins to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Lining up for the point after.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Kickoff for Cincinnati.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here comes Johnson on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
A 5-yard
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. William Jackson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
Bengals 46. Vikings.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returning it, Johnson. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one good for 26 and a first down. First down. Here's Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, going for Jefferson down. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But now it's third and goal.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 4 now, third and goal. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kyle Rudolph with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
The score.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
That's good.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eating up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
28.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. This will be caught at about the 5.
Cousins pass.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
5-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. Third and goal for Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Is good.
Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
At the 19-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Cook, they'll try and run it. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Vikings 43.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Again, it's Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First and
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. From the gun, a give to Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here we go with Burrow. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll run on first down. Mixon.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off